guys, and welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to be managing the meowcafe group order that I hosted. So let's get into it. This is actually kind of crazy because this is my very first international group order, and honestly kind of also like my very first group order that I've hosted. I hosted like a super mini one some time ago. It was like a set for like 4 PCs and only one got claimed, but I covered the other, what was it, like 2 spots because I claimed one for myself, and the set was super cheap, so it was totally manageable. But again, as I said, it was only like a singular claim, so I don't even know if that counts as a group order. Like, it was basically like a sale. But yeah, I'm super happy that this package made it here safely. We definitely had to pay a bunch of fees for this. It was like 60 euros total, like including shipping and customs, so it was definitely not that cheap, but I'm super happy that it is here again. As I said, let's see what we got. Oh my god, this is crazy. Do you see the amount of sleeves that we ordered? Holy shit. Ooh. Oh, these boxes are nice. Okay. These pages are so cute. They're so tiny. Let's take this out. You have more sleeves. 2 of these. We should have 2 of these. Where is the other one? Oh, here it is. I got so scared. I thought they weren't in here. I was like, kind of go, because if something is missing, I'm gonna struggle so much, because like this was an international group order, okay? So I would have to wait forever until like any missing items arrive again, and they were probably customs and stuff like that. So thankfully everything is here, and we have some pages here as well. Let's take these out. So yeah, these are all the items that I got for my group order. So most of these aren't mine. The only items that I got were these A5 Slim binder pages. I'm super excited to try them out. I got the newer double-sided ones and this single-sided ones. Yeah, so I'm definitely super excited to try these out. And then I also got 5 of these 61 by 91 photo card sleeves, which I'm super excited for, because even though the photo cards stay in here pretty well with like a single inner sleeve that's smaller than 61 by 91, the top ones kind of always come out a little bit, and that's kind of annoying. So I hope that this does keep them in the page nicely. And then my joiners also got 3 of these, and then they also got some of those. And yeah, so that's everything we got. I'm gonna let our joiners know that everything arrived safely. I just sent the shipping form, so I'm gonna see what shipping they would like and what packaging they would like as well, and then I'm going to package them. So I'll see you when it's time for that. Okay, so I started receiving the first shipping forms, and this is the first order that I'm going to pack. I don't know what part of my brain thought that all of this would fit into one of these envelopes. The pages fit here perfectly fine. It would have worked out, but I fear that the boxes are a little bit too big and they just don't fit in this envelope. Thankfully though, the German postal service is really good when it comes to like the options that they offer to send things in. And thankfully though, even though it would have been possible to send this in like a bigger envelope, you can also just use a box that isn't like bigger than 5 centimeters. So thankfully that is also an option that I will be using. And I have this box that fits with all the requirements. It's not too big, and everything should definitely fit in here, so let's get packing. I'm actually going to be reusing a bunch of like materials that I've collected over time. They're all like basically new and stuff, so I think it should definitely work out. Okay, so I'm going to put the pages into this sleeve. This is actually where I received my meowcafe pages. It's so crazy to me that I'm hosting this go, like I'm a go manager. What? Anyways, I'm probably going to be sealing this to make sure, you know, in case it rains or something, that no water gets into it. And then I don't know what I'm going to do for the sleeves. I'm definitely going to put them all like this somehow. I think that's good. And then this is the bag where these sleeves came in. However, they come in 4 packs, but I think all 5 are also going to fit in here, so I'm going to try to put them in here. Okay, let's see if they'll fit on here. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm actually so happy. I didn't think they were all gonna fit in here. I'm super happy this worked out. Okay, so this is looking great because I didn't know how else I was gonna like keep them all together, but this is definitely a great option. So let's seal this up. I don't know if I should use like normal tape or washi tape, because normal tape would be safer, but technically it's already sealed just by being like this, so because I don't want it to be impossible for the joiner to open this. I'm gonna just use washi tape and hope for the best. I'm really hoping that's gonna hold. Definitely gonna put this in facing down so that way it stays sealed. So here's the box. Now this goes in here. Fits so nicely. Next, I'm gonna put some cardboard in here to make sure the pages don't get damaged or anything. Because maybe they could get dented because of like the sleeve boxes. And we wouldn't want that. You can still close it, which is great. And now we just have to fill this empty space up. Okay, I think this should be fine. And I was thinking about maybe putting like a layer of bubble wrap just to make sure that this is like protected. However, this is really thin, so I don't know if this is gonna do much. I mean, it's better to have something than nothing, right? Honestly, I'd just rather be safe than sorry, so I'm just gonna cut a piece of this. And they did pay like shipping material fee, so I have to package it super safely, of course. I think I'm just gonna fold this to hopefully make it a little bit thicker. Yeah, I think I'll just do this here because this is the most important here. I'm always so scared to forget something, but I am 100% sure that these are the correct items. Let's see if this closes. It does. Thing is, I'm gonna have to go to the post office to drop this off because it doesn't fit, obviously, through the mailbox. But if it were to be a little bit thinner, you can totally just like drop it in the mailbox and it will arrive perfectly fine. But this is a little bit too big, so I'm gonna have to go to the post office, which I'm not super excited for. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I'm doing it for this joiner. Yeah, so technically that's it. I just have to add my thank you note and some freebies, of course. The thing is, I haven't printed the Go ones yet. So I think I'm gonna do that, and I'll see you when I'm done. I changed the lighting real quick because it looked a little bit uneven, but I printed out a bunch of these thank you notes. I printed 5, even though I only need 4, just in case I mess something up and I need another one. Okay, so I have all my freebie supplies. I think I'm gonna use some of the freebies that I've gotten from other like sales and trades because I have quite a bit, and I definitely don't think I need all of them. These are also some of my own freebies that I give all the time, and then these are some recycled sleeves that I like to use for freebies because I don't want to throw any sleeve that can still be used away. So I could just prepare all the packs now and then I'll have them ready for the next orders even though they're not packed already. I think that's a good idea because then we have this checked off the list, so to say. Okay, so we're gonna need 4 sleeves. I'm gonna give them 2 or 3 of these. I think 2 is fine. These are super cute. Like, even though I just gave them all random, they're still super cute. Let's see what we have in here. I have so many freebies. Look at all the Skiz freebies. They're so cute. Oh, the thing is, I don't know who they bias and stuff like that. Which is why Skiz freebies, I mean, honestly, I don't think it matters. Like, pretty sure everyone that joined my Go is a Skiz stan, so pretty sure they'll be happy just receiving any Skiz freebie. I have some cuter ones down here. I'm just gonna take some random ones out. Let's see what we have. This Molang is so cute. Wait, this one's kind of cute. I'm just gonna randomly... This is cute. I want one of these for myself. I always feel so bad giving freebies that I received, you know, back. But the thing is, if I'm not gonna use them, then I might as well give them to someone who's maybe more likely to use them. And if not, they can give it on to the next person. Again, freebies are always optional, so, and, you know, once you give freebies to someone, you know, it's their freebies and they can do whatever they want with them. Again, I appreciate freebies so much, so if you see yours here, I definitely appreciate them, and I'm sure that the next person isn't going to appreciate them just as much. And again, I'm just not going to need them, so that's why I'm giving them to somebody else. Let's see. I think this looks pretty even, and then we're just going to put them into the sleeves. I think that's kind of cute now. I'll give out some of these as well because they're super cute. I got these, I think, on AliExpress for super cheap, and they're really cute, so I would totally recommend getting these if you see them on there. So I'm just gonna cut them really carefully because I feel like the freebies just look so empty, so I want to add a little bit more. Let's put one of these into each little sleeve. Start down. They're literally super cute. Look at them. I love them so much. Again, they're really expensive. I feel like I've seen these like rolls of stickers, they're usually like a lot more expensive than what I feel like they should be, but no. Okay, so the freebies are done. I'm gonna put these aside. I don't know where I'm gonna put my thank you note now. I want to put it somewhere where it's like visible, you know, where you won't miss it. I feel like here is fine just to cover this part of the sticker, and I don't think you'll miss it. I'm just gonna use some washi tape and pray that it is going to stay stuck to the plastic. There you go. Let's put it here. Yeah, I think that's gonna stay there, and then we're gonna put one of these freebie packs in there. And I hope that this is gonna stay here. I'm actually gonna... Let's do it here because sometimes it happens that like I put it over my thank you note and people take a proof and they don't take the freebies off and then you can't see my ads, so it's like not great. So I think this is gonna work out. I'm just gonna elevate this a little bit because it looks a little bit weird there. Okay, there you go. So that's gonna be it for this package. Put this in. Perfect, so now I just have to print out the shipping label. I'm going to send an address check and then this should be done. Okay, so for this next order, this person only got 1 pack of these sleeves. And the thing is, they don't live in Germany. And for some reason, shipping is literally double the price for items that are bigger than 2 centimeters. So everything under is like €3. And if it's over 2 centimeters, it's like €6. And this box is 3 centimeters. So I was thinking to take out the sleeves because they come in 2 packs, and then if you find out the box, it is actually like only like 1 centimeter or something, and they did allow me to open their sleeves so that way their shipping is not as expensive. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want to bend the box or anything, so I'm gonna try to be super careful. It's gonna feel so weird opening this, but again, it's so that my joiner can get cheaper shipping because shipping fees are not fun. Honestly, customs for this package were kind of expensive. It was like €38, and the thing is, like, I've joined a meowcafe go before and customs were only like €50 for an order that was €500, and then the order that I made was only $160, and tell me why we had to pay €4 for customs. Like, what the hell? I really don't know how they calculated it and why ours was like kind of a lot more expensive, you know, if you compare it to the other go that I previously joined. So honestly, I think what I learned from this is to definitely host bigger group orders, and then hopefully customs shouldn't be that expensive. So I already tried to flatten out the box with one of my own sleeves to show like the joiner what I would like to do, and I totally bent it here. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but again, this is literally not mine, and I would love to give it to them in perfect condition because that's how it came in. I'm so bad at always like opening cardboard boxes. I always destroy them. I'm thinking if I do it from the bottom, it would be maybe a little bit easier. I did it. Okay, it's not that damaged. I just noticed the corner here is a little bit dented, but that's kind of it. I did it. I didn't completely bend it. I'm so happy. And this little box doesn't really add too much to the weight of the whole thing, so I'm just gonna send it to them as well. It's gonna fold these little flaps, and then it should fit perfectly like that. I'm gonna try to wrap this up in cardboard like this. Just want to make sure it's the size of the box, so that way the box is also covered. Okay, so here's everything now. So I'm just gonna put the sleeves right here. Make sure that this is nice like that. I'm just gonna stick them together, make sure that they don't like accidentally end up flying out or something while they are being shipped. There you go. Now we just put the top. I'm gonna seal it with some Scotch tape because I don't want it to open while it's, you know, in transit. Because this is an international order, so I want to make sure that it arrives to the joiner safely. I always like to add like little tabs for washi tape and Scotch tapes, so that way it's easy for the joiner to unpack it, because it's always so annoying having to take off Scotch tape. Again, I want this to be as thin as possible because it kind of goes a little bit over 2 centimeters. Yeah, that's why it has to be nice and tight. Okay, now I am going to be adding a really thin layer of bubble wrap because again, like, the bubble wrap is super thin and I really do want it to be protected, so we're going to wrap it up with a little bit to make sure it really arrives safely. Is there anything to talk about? Honestly, I've been listening to NMIXX recently a lot. When they first debuted, it was so funny. Like, I really wasn't the biggest fan of their first song. What was it called? Like, Oh, I think. But then it grew on me so hard. Like, I absolutely loved it afterwards. Like, after listening to it for like 3 times, I loved it. And then from there on, I really enjoyed their music. Definitely not like everything. I don't think everything is really my type of like music, but most of their songs are really good and I really do like them. I've been listening to like their most recent album. Have no idea how it's called. I saw the name and it looked kind of confusing, but I really am in love with like 3 songs on that album. They're so good. I think they're called like Ocean and Butterfly in French. I'm not great at French. I did have French in school, but I stopped taking it because honestly it just wasn't that fun. So again, my French pronunciation was never good. I was way better at writing French rather than actually speaking it. I hated speaking, so I had to seal it really weirdly here at the end so that it won't like add much to the thickness of it. And I just noticed that I forgot my thank you note. I should have done it on the cardboard so that way it's like safe, you know. This is so embarrassing. I should have thought about this. The thing is, like, it's not like packing photo cards where you have like the same system and you know how to like pack them all. You really do pack everything individually, you know, for each order. So it's not that easy to figure out how everything is going to be packed, you know, considering the fact that you have to like maintain certain sizes and stuff. It's really not easy, but we are figuring it out. So I'm just going to put this in here. I'm going to feel so sorry if my joiner sees this video. And then we're going to add a pack of freebies. There you go. And now we're going to try to put the plastic back how it's supposed to go. Now I'm stuck. Oh my god. This looks really weird, but again, I want to make sure that it arrives and that she doesn't have to pay anything else on top of it. Okay, so that's the second order packed. Now it goes into this envelope. Thankfully, it fits super nicely. The only thing I didn't miscalculate. So that's the second package done. Again, I'm just gonna stick the label on here and send an address check. Yes, so those were the first 2 orders. I'll see you when I pack the last 2. Okay, so it's a new day and I received the last 2 shipping forms, so let's get packing. I think I'm gonna leave the pages like this and I'm just gonna wrap with some bubble wrap just in case. I think just a thin layer is gonna be enough. And I'm going to be putting these items into a box as well. Okay, now let's actually wrap it up. This might be a little bit excessive, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So this is a box that everything is going to go into. I kind of made it myself, so to say. I actually shortened the box because it was like twice as long. And I don't really need that long of a box, you know. I want to make sure that the items don't move around too much. And then I also need less like packing material. My plan was to put this piece of cardboard in between so that these sleeves like don't dent the pages or anything. It's probably gonna move quite a bit, so we need some filler material here. I do want to put my thank you note on the cardboard. I feel like that's a good idea. Here it is, so let me take it out. And I'm just gonna stick it right here. And then the joiner can just remove it later on when they take the proof picture. And because it has been raining a lot, I want to make sure that nothing gets wet, so I'm gonna put it into this bag where the sleeves came in. Definitely looks a little bit interesting, but it'll do the trick. And now it goes in here. Now it shouldn't move around too much. However, I found this bubble wrap that I'm just gonna recycle so that hopefully nothing moves. I think that should be good enough. Okay, so I found this bigger piece that I can use instead. In case you couldn't tell, I love to recycle my packaging material because of course it's a lot less expensive and I can also like lower the packaging fees for joiners. And again, like the packaging materials are basically like brand new, so I definitely do think it's a good idea to recycle them. We don't want to create that much waste here. There you go. I think that's gonna work out. And then let's see if we can close it. Closes pretty well, so I can go ahead and seal it now. So I'm just gonna use this thicker tape here. So that's the third order done. I just have to print the shipping label and then I can send it. Okay, and now we have the very last order, which is all of these ID items. And for this, I'm going to be reusing this like bubble wrap mailer that I got some time ago, but it's basically again good as new. And I'm going to be taping it here in case the glue is a little bit too weak. And also I have this cardboard to make sure that nothing ends up getting damaged. I think I'm going to tape these together to make sure they don't move around. I'm actually super excited for my joiners to receive their items because again, one of my first group orders, and I can't believe that I did everything for them. It makes me super happy that I definitely also made it able for them to also like get access to these products because they're really, really nice. Meowcafe, please sponsor me. Now we put the second piece of cardboard on. I don't know if this is a little bit over exaggerated, but I always like to like send my joiners or like people that buy from me like packaging proof. I mean for photo cards, I think it's pretty important because you want to make sure that they arrive safely. But I also do it for like larger items like these, just to make sure that like the joiner or the person that bought from me is okay with the way I'm packaging their stuff. And I mean, I don't think it hurts, you know, because honestly, I don't think I've ever received like packaging proof for bigger items. Let's do it here. And the freebies. Okay, so now we're gonna put it into the envelope. Oh, it actually fits perfectly. I did not measure the length. Thank God it fits. And I'm gonna close it up. Okay, so now I'm just gonna seal it shut to make sure that it is super protected from all the water, because again, the rain has been crazy. I'm planning on sending this out tomorrow, so I'm gonna be going to the post office tomorrow, so I'm really hoping that it doesn't rain so hard. According to the weather app, it should not be raining. Or maybe just like a little bit. I think it's just supposed to be cloudy. Okay, my joiner's definitely not gonna be able to open this the traditional way. I think he's gonna have to like cut it open, which honestly is fine because this is recycled, you know, so it got a second use at least. Who knows, maybe we should be able to get it open. Who knows, maybe it is possible to reopen it, but again, I want to be super safe because it was already used. And yeah, I'm just gonna put the shipping label on, and then that's it. Okay guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me pack and managing this group order. It was super fun, a little bit stressful though with the customs and everything, but it was totally manageable, and I'm super happy that everything ended up working out at the end. Definitely hope that all of these items arrive safely to the joiners and that they are super happy with them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.